1800 hours, Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan, the news read by Aisha Nayab. First, the headlines. Foreign Minister says Kashmiri people across the world observed India's Republic Day as Black Day today because their rights have been usurped by New Delhi. Chairman Parliamentary Committee on Kashmir has said India under Hindutva fascist Modi has sanctioned its army and its militant organization RSS to target minority groups, especially Muslim, in the country. In India, one person was killed when thousands of Indian farmers stormed the Red Fort complex in Delhi in protest against farm laws on the Republic Day today. At the United Nations, Pakistan has firmly opposed the creation of new permanent seats in the Security Council. National Accountability Bureau has recovered 487 billion rupees from corrupt elements over the last 3 years. Kuwait has expressed desire to further enhance economic investment and cultural ties with Pakistan. And now the news in detail. Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi says Kashmiri people across the world are observing India's Republic Day as Black Day today because their rights have been usurped by New Delhi. In a statement today, he said international organizations and media are exposing the Indian oppression in the illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir. Shah Mahmood Qureshi said minorities feel unsafe in India, where instead of democracy-backed black laws are being imposed. He said the negative policies of BJP government are also adversely affecting Indian economy. The foreign minister said India's all neighboring countries, including Bangladesh, Nepal and China, are annoyed over the Indian posture. Chairman Parliamentary Committee on Kashmir, Shahryar Afridi, says India under Hindutva Prime Minister Narendra Modi has sanctioned its army and its irregular militant organization RSS to target minority groups, especially Muslims, Christians and Sikhs in the country. In his tweets, he said Kashmiris are especially targeted and Modi has tasked its army to carry out their genocide. Shahryar Afridi said extremism in India blanketed cleverly by Indian media and government is starting to expose to the world. He said the misinformation, the violence against minorities and hatred for Kashmiris is apparent now. Kashmiris on both sides of a line of control and world over observed India's Republic Day as Black Day today to send a loud and clear message to the world that they categorically reject illegal occupation of their motherland by India. According to Kashmir Media Service, call for the observance of the day was given by the All Parties Hurriyat Conference, May-wise-led Hurriyat Forum and other Hurriyat leaders and organizations. The day was marked by a complete strike in Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir and anti-India demonstrations and rallies in Azad Kashmir, Pakistan and world capitals. Strict restrictions coupled with suspension of internet services were imposed by the Modi-led fascist Indian regime across Kashmir Valley on Indian Republic Day today. Sharpshooters were deployed atop high-rise buildings while vigil was kept through drones on the roads leading to a stadium in Srinagar, the main venue for the function. The troops carried out random searches in and around Lal Chowk and adjoining areas in Srinagar to prevent protest. Indian police arrested Hurriyat leader Javed Ahmed Mir during a raid at his office in Srinagar. All Parties Hurriyat Conference staged a protest in front of Indian High Commission in Islamabad today. The protesters were carrying banners and placards inscribed with slogans against Indian oppressions in the illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir. Speaking on the occasion, the speakers said India is perpetuating gross human rights violations in the illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir and also involved in genocide of innocent Kashmiri people. In India, one person was killed when tens of thousands of Indian farmers stormed the Mughal-era Red Fort complex in Delhi in protest against the new farm laws. A tractor rally called by the protesting farmers in New Delhi, clashing with police who fired tear gas and launched a baton charge as the protesters broke barricades to march to the heart of the city amid Republic Day celebrations. Defying elaborate security arrangements in place for the Republic Day military parade, The protesters entered the Red Fort, where the predominantly Sikh farmer also installed a religious flag. This is Radio Pakistan. At the United Nations, Pakistan has firmly opposed the creation of new permanent seats in the Security Council. Addressing the first meeting of Intergovernmental Negotiations Framework during the 75th session of the UN, Pakistan's permanent representative at the world body, Munir Akram, said creation of new permanent seats will make the Security Council less representative and less effective. He said it will also make the Council more divided and erode the principle of sovereign equality of states. Munir Akram reiterated Islamabad's principal position for a comprehensive reforms of the Security Council, which meets the interest of all member states. He said the proposal of United for Consensus Group have 21 non-permanent seats would redress the deficit of equitable representation in the Security Council. He said it also accommodates the interest of all groups, including the African, the Arab, the OIC, and small island developing states. Minister for Planning Asad Umar has stressed on maintaining the momentum of CPEC projects and on following the timelines for their early completion. He was chairing the meeting of Cabinet Committee on CPEC in Islamabad today. The forum reviewed the progress on various projects undertaken by the working groups under CPEC. The meeting was briefed on the overall progress of CPEC projects in industrial cooperation, energy infrastructure, Gawada, science and technology, socio-economic development, agriculture, transport and communications, and issues faced in the implementation of these projects. The Senate was informed today that over 185 industrial units of different sizes are working in Islamabad. Responding to a question in the House, Minister for State for Climate Change Zartaj Gul Wazir said major industries in Islamabad are steel furnaces, marbles and pharmaceuticals, which are under observation by Pak Environmental Protection Agency. She said all industries in the capital are bound to control their industrial waste through installation of pollution control systems. She said there is complete prohibition of flow of industrial waste into rivers and streams. Chairman National Accountability Bureau Javed Iqbal says 487 billion rupees have been recovered from corrupt elements over the last 3 years. Addressing the traders in Islamabad today, he said 1,235 references are pending before the different courts and even 1% of them are not against the businessmen. Javed Iqbal said the NAB is no longer pursuing tax cases against the business community. He said facilitating the traders and businessmen is our top priority. Kuwait has expressed the desire to further enhance economic investment and cultural ties with Pakistan. Speaking at a public talk in Islamabad today, Kuwait's Assistant Foreign Minister for Asian Affairs, Ali Suleiman Al Saeed, said Pakistan and Kuwait have a lot of opportunities to work together to achieve common goals. He said Pakistan is an important country in the region and it will be welcomed in the Kuwait's market. He also stressed the need for exchange of expertise between the two countries. Regarding Kashmir issue, Ali Suleiman said Kuwait's position on it is clear and we want that the issue must be resolved through dialogue and as per UN Security Council resolutions. In the first Test cricket of two-match series against South Africa at Karachi, Pakistan were 33 for 4 at Southampton today. Earlier, batting first, South Africa scored 220 runs. Meanwhile, in third and final one-day international match series, South Africa women at Durban, Pakistan were 43 for 2 in 17 overs a short while ago. Earlier, batting first, South Africa women has made 201 runs for all out of in 50 overs. And finally, the weather. Mainly cloudy and dry weather is expected in most parts of the country, where very cold in Upper Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, Kashmir, Gilgit-Baltistan and Balochistan during the next 24 hours. Now some of the headlines once again. Foreign Minister says Kashmiri people across the world observed India's Republic Day as Black Day today because their rights have been usurped by New Delhi. Chairman Parliamentary Committee on Kashmir has said India under Hindutva fascist Modi has sanctioned its army and its militant organization RSS to target minority groups, especially Muslim, in the country. And that is the end of the news. For more news and analysis, log on to our website radio.gov.pk and also watch live video streaming of our bulletin on the Facebook link. facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.